Friends, good morning to one and all gathered here. My name is S.P. Asaf Amin from grade 8. I am going to do a PPT on the topic and the subject biology. Before going to the topic, I am going to say some points about agriculture. It is an applied science that deals about the mass production of crops, plants and animals and useful to human beings. And crops. The plants of same kind grown in one place on a large scale is called crops. The product of cultivated crops are called crop produce. And these are some crop plants grown in our India. Now we are going to see about the lesson, the crop production and management. The farmer is working in an agriculture field. The basic practices of production, the cultivation of crop involves several activities undertaken by the farmer. These activities or tasks are referred as the agriculture practices. The cultivation of crops involves preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure, irrigation, protecting from weed, harvesting and storage. So first we are going to see about preparation of soil. The process for preparation of soil is the first step before growing the crop. One of the most important tasks in agriculture to turn the soil and loosen it. The process of loosening the soil is called ploughing. This allows the root to penetrate deep into the soil. The loosened soil then helps at the growth of earthworm and microbes present in the soil. The organisms are friends of farmers since they further and loosen their soil and add humus to it. And the process of loosening and turning of the soil is called ploughing. Plough are made up of wood or iron. Before ploughing, soil needs watering. The ploughed field may have big piles of crumbs which have to be broken with a plant. That field is leveled for sowing as well as for irrigation purposes. And this is done with the help of various tools. The main tools used for these purposes are plough, hoe and cultivator. Plough. It is being used since ancient times for tilling the soil, adding fertilizers to the crop, removing the weeds, scraping of soil, etc. The implements was earlier made up of wood and now has been replaced by iron. It is drawn by a pair of bulls or other animals such as horses, camels, etc. Hoe. It is a simple tool which is used for removing weed and loosening for soil, and it has a long rod of wood and iron. A strong, broad and bent plate of iron is fixed to one of its ends and works like a blade. Animal pulls it. Cultivator. A tractor-driven cultivator does nowadays ploughing. The use of cultivator saves labor and time. Sowing. Sowing is the most important part of crop production. Before sowing, good qualities are selected. Farmers prefer to use seed which gives a high yield. Separating good seeds. The activity of separating good seeds is take a beaker and fill half of its water. Put a handful of gram seed and stir well. Wait for storm times. Now you will see some of the seeds started floating on the water. Damaged seeds before become hollowing and float. Good seeds settle down. This is the good manner of separating good healthy seeds. Before sowing, let us study about the tools used for sowing seeds. Traditional tool. The tool used traditionally, and the seeds are filled into the funnel and they pass through tray and pipelines having sharp ends, and these ends pierce into the soil and place seeds there. Nowadays, the seed drill is used for sowing with the help of tractors. This tool sows the seed uniformly at proper place and depth. It ensures that the soil covers seed after sowing. This prevents damage caused by birds. Sowing by using a cereal saves time and labor. An appropriate distance between seed is very important to avoid overcrowding of plants. This allows plant to get sufficient sunlight, nutrients and water from soil. Adding manure and fertilizers. The substances which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients for the healthy growth of plants are called manure and fertilizers. Manure is an organic substances obtained from the decomposition of plants or animal waste. Fertilizers are chemical substances. Manure is an organic substances obtained from the decomposition of plants and animal waste. And fertilizers are produced in factories. Some are urea, ammonium sulfate, super phosphate, NPK, that is nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Difference between fertilizer and manure. Fertilizer is an inorganic salt. Manure is a natural substance obtained by the decomposition of cattle dungs, human waste and plants residues. If a fertilizer is prepared in factories, manure can be prepared in field. A fertilizer does not provide any humus to the soil. Manure provides a lot of humus to the soil. Fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Manure is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. Advantages of manure. An organic manure is considered better than a fertilizer. It is because it enhances the water holding capacity of the soil. It makes the soil porous due to which exchange of gases become easy. It increases the number of friendly microbes. It improves the texture of the soil. And next process is irrigation. A living being needs water to live. Water is important for the proper growth and development of flowers, fruits and seeds of plants. The plant roots absorb water. Along with water, minerals and fertilizers are also absorbed, and plants contain 90% of water. Water is essential because germination of seed does not take place under dry condition. Nutrient dissolved in water gets transported to each part of the plant. To maintain the moisture of the soil for healthy crop growth, fields have to be watered regularly. The supply of water at the crop at the different intervals is called irrigation. To maintain the moisture, the time and frequency of irrigation varies from crops to crops, soil to soil and season to season. Source of irrigation. The source of irrigation are wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, dams and canals. Traditional method of irrigation. The water available in well, lakes and canals is lifted up by different methods in different regions for taking it to the field. Cattle or human labor is used in these methods, so they are cheaper but less efficient. The various traditional ways are mode, chain pumps, Dekri and Rohat. Pump is commonly used for lifting waters. Diesel, biogas, electricity and solar energy are used to run these pumps. And these are the modern methods of irrigation. And modern methods of irrigation help us to use water economically, and their main methods used as follow. Sprinkler system. This system is more useful on an uneven land where sufficient water is not available. Perpendicular pipes having rotating nozzles on tops are joined to the main pipelines at regular interval. When water is allowed to flow through the main pipe under pressure with the help of a pump, it escapes from the rotating nozzles. It gets sprinkled on the crop as if it's raining. A sprinkler is very useful for sandy soils. Drip system. In this system, the water falls drop by drop just as a position of the root. So it is called drip irrigation. Then it is the best technique of watering fruits, plants, gardens and trees. The system provides waters. Water is not wasted at all. It is a boon in region where availability of water is poor. Protection from weeds. If we see carefully the wheat field, we see that there are some other plants grown along with them. And in a field, many other undesirable plants may grow naturally along with the crops, and these undesirable plants are called weeds. The removal of weeds is called weeding. Tilling before sowing of seed helps in uprooting and killing the weeds. The best time for the removal of weeds is before they produce flowers and seeds. This is done with the help of a kurpi. A seed drill is used to uproot weeds. Using certain chemicals and we call weedicides also help control weeds. And they are sprayed in the field to kill weeds and they do not damage the crops. Spraying of weedicides may affect the health of the farmers. So they must wear a mask with a piece of cloth during spraying of these chemicals. Harvesting. The last month. The cutting of the crop after its maturity is called harvesting. In harvesting, crops are pulled out or cut close to the ground and it usually takes 3 to 4 months for a cereal crop to mature. Harvest is done manually by a sickle or by a machine called harvester. After harvesting, the grain seed need to be separated from the chaff. This process is called crushing and this is carried with the help of a machine called combine and which are in the fact a combine harvester and a thresher. On small holding of land, do the separation of grains and chaff by winnowing. Information. Harvest festivals. After 3 or 4 months of harvest, there comes of the day of the harvest. The sights of golden fields of standing crops laden with grains fills the hearts of farmers with joy and sense of well-being. And this effort have beyond fruits and it is time for them to relax and enjoy a little. The period of harvest is thus a great joy and happiness in all parts of the world. Men and women celebrate it great enthusiasm, Pongal, Baisakhi, Holi, Diwali and all specific festivals associated with harvesting seasons. Storage. There are lost process. Storage of food grains is an important task. If the crops grain are kept for a long time, they should keep safe for moisture. The fresh crop has more moisture if freshly harvested grains and stored without drying, and they may get spoiled or attacked by organisms losing their germination capacity. Hence, before storing them, the grains are properly dried in the sun to reduce the moisture in them, and they prevent by bacteria and pests, insects and fungi. And farmers store grain in jute bags or metallic bins. However, a large-scale storage is done in silos and granaries to protect them from pests like rabbits, rats and insects. Dried neem leaves is used for storing food grains at home. So that's all today's topic. Thank you. Have a nice day.